Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I would like to introduce myself. I am Mohd Hanapi bin Jusoh from Politeknik Sultan Mizan, Zainal, Abidin. I, together with my colleague Zamri bin Mat Yusuf and Haris bin Ismail, have prepared a writing paper entitled A Study on Students' Seating Arrangement Layout for Computer Laboratory. I start with an introduction. The current design of workstation and layout are provided by developer and not based on any economic aspects. So far, this is no research that has been taken to study on the economic aspect of the computer laboratory classroom. Therefore, the study was undertaken to explore and solve the problem, especially in seating arrangement. Now we look at literature review. Many universities and colleges use computer laboratories to allow students access to the software necessary to complete coursework. Computer laboratories are also used to instruct students on computer use, programming, and related subjects. However, many institutions give little thought to the design and layout of the laboratory. Too often, they simply fill a room with computers and set up the machines any way they fit inside the room. According to OVU, the classroom of the 21st century deserve more than the outdated chalkboards and old furniture. Likewise, the students and teachers who spend an average of 400 hours a year in classroom deserve more as well. Planners could see that if the guidelines about this design element were followed, they might enhance the physical qualities of classroom function, focus, aesthetics, and flexibility. Flexibility is also critical for an efficient classroom design. The adjustable classroom could allow for a variety of teacher-centered as well as student-centered approach within the space. Jamison, 2000. Blackett and Stanfield believe flexibility is vital so that a college does not get locked into one technology, and so that the classroom can be reconfigured as new technologies are developed. Variety of teacher-centered as well as student-centered approach within the space. Blackett and Stanfield believe flexibility is vital so that a college does not get locked into one technology, and so that the classroom can be reconfigured as new technologies are developed. Classrooms are renovated with inappropriate furniture and equipment which defy economic principle. If economy is not enforced, then good posture is compromised, making the user uncomfortable. Computer Classroom Design, 1995. Kettinger's research identified a variety of ways that technology could be used in higher education. He envisioned both computerized lecture halls and computer laboratories. Blackett and Stanfield explained that the computer laboratory began as a lecture on computer techniques and exercises, followed by individual student application at station in a computer center, and has evolved into new instructor podium with a built-in computer. The computerized lecture hall teaches students computer program that may begin with an instructional tutorial or demonstration, followed by limited hands-on experience by the students. This allows students to experiment with the lesson that is being taught. Some instructors believe that in this type of classroom, student tends to focus more on the computer rather than the instruction, therefore diminishing learning as opposed to enhancing it. If the students are not productively engaged in the lesson, they may select other options such as surfing the net. According to Forson and Van Witter, the method of instruction and student interaction required should influence the equipment specific and the physical facility design. The computer laboratory should be equipped with a presentation system, audio system, and network connections. All computer laboratories required a teaching station, movable chair, and flexible seating arrangement. Some of the arrangement may resemble a U or V-shaped cluster of computers or a conventional parallel row configuration. Okay, Somers also found in the traditional classroom that the nature of student activity, instructors' teaching method, and the physical dimension and shape of the room are all factors that should influence the functional spatial arrangement of the room. Niemeyer currently recommends that within a computer laboratory classroom, the U or V shape shown in figure 1 allows the presenter sight of all of the student computers. He believes that this design is beneficial to computer enhanced courses that use instructional methods such as computer-based independent word, lecture, group discussion, and presentation. So this is a figure 1. This is a U or V computer lab settings arrangement. The cluster arrangement shown in figure 2 is similar to the conventional straight row layout. The main difference is that the computer tables are placed perpendicular to the front of the room. This layout is ideal for small group collaboration and dialectic instruction. So the figure 2 shows a cluster seating arrangement. The conventional straight row layout shown in figure 3 resembles a standard lecture classroom. This configuration consists of rows that are parallel to the front of the classroom. This layout characteristic allow for collaboration among students or the typical lecture or training method. Typically, the teacher presents at the front of the room. The disadvantage of the front lectern station is that the instructor cannot see the student's computer screen. Therefore, the ideal setup will provide a front and rear lectern. This is from Jessica 2004. So figure 3 show the conventional straight row seating arrangement. Okay, currently the computer lab have either the conventional layout with a central arc or a port configuration shown in figure 4. Review of the research indicates that the instructional purpose of the port layout is intended to support collaborative computer-based work. So figure 4 show the port seating arrangement. The study of the straight row arrangement found that students near the front and center of the straight row classroom participate more than students in the rear and at the sides. However, most studies have shown that seating position is more closely related to personality variables of the student. According to Babies, define that half of the faculty prefer fixed seating, which can be repetitive and unexciting, and the other half preferred movable seating, which can occasionally be changed to promote different activities. According to the building, the number one problem area in higher education classroom was the lack of appealing aesthetic qualities. In the teaching learning process, there is a need to create environments that are suitable for living and working. Baby also believe the level of communication and user productivity are influenced by the characteristic of the instructional space. Zainal and Strikers recognize that physical factors in IT classroom affect learning, comfort and safety issues of students. Overall, they found many significant links between physical and social factors that influence student satisfaction with learning in IT-rich classrooms. One of the conclusions made by Zainal and Strikers study was that the most common layout found and preferred by teachers was the peripheral arrangement. This arrangement locates the computer along the peripheral walls of the classroom. However, there was no investigation of students' preference related to physical layout, since the student learning and not the physical room arrangement was the main concern in their study. Baker, Sommer, B. and Oakley believe that the arrangement of classroom reveal information about the learning process as well as instructional and behavior method that may be facilitated. Through the study of environmental psychology and research about classroom ecology associated with seating arrangement, designers and planners can understand how the classroom environments affect the students, affects the users, and how their relationship with other people are influenced by the physical environment. Okay, we look at result and discussion. Okay, there is characteristics of students respondent. Table 1 presents the characteristics of gender and age of the respondent student. There are a total of 200 male and 200 female students involved in this study. The mean value of age for male and female are 19.52 and 19.52 respectively. So, characteristics of the student respondent by race. Table 2 represents the characteristics of the respondent by races. The majority of the respondents are Malays, over than 83% for both the male and female group. Student preferred sitting row in computer laboratory. Table 3 presents the summary of students preferred sitting row in computer laboratory. The result highlight the majority, over than 70% of the students prefer sitting in the first and middle row in the computer laboratory. It also needs to note that compared between the two genders, most female students prefer sitting in the first row. Meanwhile, in the last row, the male have higher preference sitting there compared to the female students. Students' module examination results. The students' result performance for the module CAD, Computer Aided Design, which is taught in the computer laboratory, is highlighted in Table 4. The results show that all the female students pass this particular module. Meanwhile, there are a 9% of male students who fail this module. And in terms of higher GPA, over than 3.5 and 3.5 to 3.0 to 3.5 The female student performed better compared to the male student. A square analysis of GPA and preferred sitting row between male and female. Table 5 presents the result of a square analysis of result performance, GPA, and preferred sitting row between the male and female student. The result shows that for the male student, there is a significant relationship between the GPA and preferred sitting row of the computer laboratory. This finding can be related to the result from table 4.3 and table 4.4, which indicates that the male student preferred sitting in the last row and have lower performance in terms of GPA compared to the female students. A square analysis between GPA and preferred sitting row among the students. Table 6 presents the result of a square analysis of result performance and preferred sitting row among the students. The result shows that there is significant relationship between the GPA and preferred sitting row in the computer laboratory. The result also highlights that students who sat on the last row receive lower GPA below than 2.5 compared to those who sat on front and middle row. Okay, look at the frequency distribution of student perception on computer laboratory social environment. One of the important factors for efficient teaching and learning process is involving the social environment of the particular classroom. This concept applies also for the computer laboratory. Thus, the questionnaire result involving the student on their perception regarding the computer laboratory social environment are presented in Table 7. The result in Table 7 highlight the majority, over than 80% of lecturers are using least, never and seldom, the one-to-one interaction with a student, least teaching activity involving teamwork such as collaboration, group, etc. Least discussion, list of involvement of students help each other in classroom, and list of students giving their opinion during the class discussion. The obstacle for this constrained social environment aspect can be related to the current workstation layout in the computer laboratory. So this is a table 7. Frequency distribution of student perception on computer laboratory social environment. Frequency distribution of student perception on computer laboratory physical environment. Another factor which is related with a conducive computer laboratory is physical environment. The result based on physical environment questionnaire by the student are present in Table 8. The result highlight that majority, over than 80% of students felt a bit down regarding that the seating arrangement facilitates class-related interaction among the student during class, and the seating arrangement allowed for ease of movement. So this is Table 8, frequency distribution of student perception on computer laboratories, physical environment. Okay, here is a recommendation of computer laboratory seating layout design. An academically layout of a station is considered as an important criteria for effective teaching and learning activities. Currently, this laboratory layout design is engaged with the conventional straight row seating arrangement. The finding based on questionnaire of laboratory appraisal stated that the student current layout are least appropriate among the students. Computer laboratories must be designed intelligently and serve the purpose they were intended to serve. The design and layout of computer laboratory creates rules and define how the labs can be used. Thought given to the layout of computer laboratory dictates the usefulness of the laboratory and increase user satisfaction, which justifies it expand and assist in future investment in upgrades. The conventional straight row layout allow for collaboration among students or the typical lecture training method. Typically, the lecturer present at the front of the room. The disadvantage of the front lecture station is that the instructor cannot see the student computer screen. Therefore, the ideal setup will provide a front and rear lectern. The cluster arrangement is ideal for small group collaboration and dialectic instruction. Review of research indicates that the instructional purpose of the pod layout is intended to support collaborative computer-based work. Figure 5 shows the new proposed computer laboratory setting layout adapted to the pod and U-shape. It's designed with both lecturers and students in mind, made adaptable to different approaches of technical instruction. The new facilities provide safe, spacious work areas and convenient preparation room adaptable to different approaches of technical instruction. Agung Solar Bandali. So this is a figure 5 shows the proposed computer laboratory seating layout adapted to the pod and U-shape arrangement. Okay, now we look at the conclusion. Okay, I conclude this study. This study was undertaken in order to enhance the teaching and learning comfort environment. Meanwhile, in terms of computer laboratory layout, the previous design is more to conventional type. Therefore, the new proposed layout is combination of current design layout such as pod and U arrangement which will enhance the teaching and learning process. Finally, it is hoped that the research finding will improve the performance and quality of teaching and learning process. Before I close my presentation this time, I would like to thank the organizer for the opportunity. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much.